Peace, family. It is me, Brother DSP, your friendly neighborhood media personality, and you're now tapped into another installment of Onslaught Multimedia. Welcome to the channel. Shout out to all the subscribers, old and new. If you're brand new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Please be sure to like the video, leave a comment for sure, but hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell because I'm currently growing the channel and I'm going to have live streams happening soon. So I'm trying to get as much subscribers as I can before I start live streaming. That'll probably happen towards the middle or the end of October. So welcome to the channel. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content that I've been releasing prior. If you haven't checked out any of the content, make sure at the end of this video you check out all the options that you get at the end of the video. I'm possibly with this one, I'm definitely going to have to put up the polite videos that I have put out there to inform the people of what's going on. The reason why I say that is because Polite has been very vocal about how he reveres the known pedophile child molester Malachi Z. York. Even going as far as saying that even if he is guilty, he would still look at him as his father, as his supreme God. And that's all over the internet. I don't even have to put that on this video. But that's neither here nor there. This video here, Uma York comes out of the shadows and starts dropping bombs. She spoke to the bozo Taharka. So this is going to be great. I didn't really take much of his dialogue with her. I mainly got what she said because to me, that's what was important. And Taharka, you kind of fucked up for trying to hold on to this and trying to make some money off of this. That's foul. The people, the community should know about this, should know what's going on, should know what's going on with King Simon, should know what's going on with Polite, should know what's going on with Sonetta, should know what's going on with the Nuwapians. I don't know if you realized how much Miss Uma York let out. She dropped names. She did a lot. So I'm glad I got some of the conversation and I was able to chop it up in a way to where you guys could consume it and share the video. Please share the video because it's time we get these words out, man. And I'm doing my homework and hopefully you guys are enjoying the content and also sharing it, showing other people like, yo, tap into this. This is some real shit. All right. So I didn't want to talk too long. This right here is crazy. I can't get all the entire conversation into one part. So this is probably going to be several parts to this. And I'm going to make a playlist for this for sure. You know how I do. And please be sure to check out the website. To get there from YouTube, you could always go to the banner, go to the homepage and check out the Onslaught Multimedia banner. The very first option, the very first link is the website. And you'll see all the content is repurposed on there. You could also check out the podcast as well. But let's get into the content. Let's get into the reason why you're here.
And, you know, the house was pretty much, you know, handed over to me. You know, unfortunately, when I got there, there were other people there. This lady's sister, Sakina, there, who she definitely did not want to leave the property during the time that my dad told them to leave the property. So instead, what she did was she found this guy, Polite, I guess, and they made up their little bogus story about them saying that my dad him to run the store or to run the Bushwick store. And I refused to believe anything they said. I wanted it in writing. I wanted to see, I didn't even care anything about the writings at all because I watched these people literally were falsifying letters. So I told them I wanted to hear out his own mouth. Never heard it. You know, so I refused to let these people you know, do what they did. The lady, Patricia Lewis, let the guy in the building on the first floor, which was the bookstore, allowed him to do whatever he was doing. That the man was living there with his pregnant wife, or his pregnant girlfriend. Amunette, or whatever her name is.
Aminette?
She was a skinny girl. Yeah. Yeah, always try to give people the benefit of the doubt because it's just the type of person that I am in general. So what you know, because he did have a pregnant woman there, you know, I assumed that these people, you know, my father took in a lot of people, so I didn't you know, who am I to turn them away? You know, that's how I looked at it. So I was actually being, you know, humble and allowing these people to come into the store, or allowing them to be in the store. We were technically supposed to be having a meeting about how the store was going to be operated, because, you know, I had a lot of bills in my name and stuff like that. And these people literally were just running up bills. So I told them if they're going to be there, that they're going to have to start paying bills, and they're going to have to start reporting whatever money is coming into the store. That conversation never happened. Instead, the day that I was supposed to have the conversation with him was the day that he attempted to kill me. In regards to the inherited of the building, I was already on the property. I have already inherited the building. In regards to the wife that he's talking about, that was my sister. That was my sister, ML, and she's a sister from Sudan. So she didn't know anything that was going on. Or for some strange, you know, the older I got, I started to realize that, you know, a lot of these people were out for blood. They wanted me out of the way, because her mother also had wanted dibs on that property as well. And when I met her mother, I told her, I said, you know, I don't know if you know, but my dad has over 100 and some kids, because she thought it was just her and her brother Muhammad. She thought it was just ML and Muhammad. And I said no, because, you know, I was walking inside the house one time and she thought I was her daughter. And I was like, no, I'm not her. I'm Uma. I said, I'm People know me as also. I said, I'm And she was like, well, you know, you know, this house and the situation. I was like, me. So if you want anything dealing with my father, you need to get in line, because there's about 120 of us that are entitled to it before you are.
Wow.
And ever since that, these people did not like me, because I was very pro-advocate for my family, for my younger brothers and sisters, because a lot of my younger brothers and sisters ended up homeless and on the streets after my father got incarcerated, while the organization did nothing but rob them, commit fraud, and steal all of our inheritance.
Wow.
You know, he got upset because, you know, I had him escorted off the property. You know, these people were selling drugs in the building. You know, I was pretty much aware of what crack pipes look like. You know, come on, I'm an 80s baby, you know. Shit, you know what a crack pipe look like. So, you know, these people were pretty upset at the fact that I wasn't allowing them to do the type of things that they were trying to do in the house to make money. You know, so it was him and some guy named Water around that time. And he had a couple of other people there as well. You know, these people continued to threaten my life pretty much the whole time, even after him being incarcerated for the short period of time for the attempt murder. The only reason it was dropped was because I was continuously being harassed by the entire organization every day.
So you were the actual one that he tried to attempted to murder?
Yes, I was the one that he tried to.
And your people, were anybody coming to your defense, or was it just polite?
It was him and his friend Water and some other guy named Hernandez. You know, it was some Puerto Rican dude that was with him, another really dark-skinned brother. I don't know these people, you know, offhand, but when I see their face, I know all these people's faces for sure. But yeah, there was them. You know, they asked, my sister came upstairs, my sister who eventually ended up being his wife. This happened the night of the Eid. You know, she came upstairs and knocked on my door and said, the meeting with Polite wants to speak to you. Now, my brother, you know, he's a very devoted Muslim. You know, we born and raised Muslim, you know. So he said, no, it's the night of the Eid. You're not going to go downstairs and talk to this guy at all. And instead, he said, I'm going to go downstairs and see what he wants. Because technically the conversation was about that we were supposed to be having was about the bills of the house, and that the house, the bills needed to be paid. And you're not going to sit here and continue to squat, you know what I'm saying, when bills are literally piling up in my name. you know. So that was originally the conversation that we were supposed to be having. It never happened. Instead, all I heard was shots. My brother was being shot at. My brother got shot twice in the head and still lived to speak about it. The bullets grazed his head. Both bullets grazed his head. It ripped, it dismembered his ear and dismembered certain parts. I don't like to even think about it, because I was the person that pulled him inside of the house. And I watched my brother bleed all over the floor, you know. So yeah, that was the traumatizing situation for me. My son was upstairs, scared to death, you know. It was that they were the only ones that had guns that obviously shot my brother inside of the bookstore. As soon as I heard the shot, my first instinct was to run downstairs. I don't know why that was my first instinct, but my first instinct was to run downstairs. I ran downstairs and opened the door to the bookstore and seeing Polite standing right there, him and his friend Water standing right there. I grabbed my brother because he was stumbling. I didn't realize what was really happening. He was stumbling. He stumbled on me. And when you look at the door is like the door to the actual house is like right there next to the store. So I grabbed him inside of the house and ran upstairs. My other brother, Muhammad from Sudan, he came downstairs, running downstairs to look to see what was going on or whatever. I ran upstairs to, potentially to call the cops, ambulance, all of that. And I'm looking at my window and I see Polite running across the street to one of my neighbor's house, taking off his shirt and his hat and everything, literally throwing it in their trash. The people literally told me about it later on. They were like, yeah, this guy came over here, had blood splatter and stuff on him and whatever. And, he put this stuff inside the trash over there, So, yeah,